All right, let's go ahead and get started. My name is Lydia, and this is a 60-minute power flow class. Just a quick note, if you do have a block available or handy next to you, you might want to place it by your mat. It might come in handy today. And we're going to get started today in a kneeling position. So come onto your knees and sit back onto your heels. And rest your hands comfortably in your lap. If you feel okay doing so, close your eyes. For these first couple of moments here together, turn your attention inward to your breath. Notice the subtle rising and falling of your chest and your shoulders with each inhale and exhale. Begin to breathe a little bigger down low into your belly. And then just notice for these last couple of moments, if your shoulders have naturally begun to round forward, gently draw your shoulder blades together, sit up tall, and keep focusing your attention on your breath. Open your eyes if your eyes were closed, and then take your right hand, place your fingertips down on the ground alongside your body, reach your left hand up towards the ceiling, and over to the right for a side body stretch. You can deepen the stretch here by rolling your chest up slightly towards the ceiling. You can also deepen the stretch by pressing your hips over to the left as you reach your top hand over to the right. Come back through center and then switch sides. This time left hand down, right hand reaches up and then over. Stretch the side of your body. And think about reaching up and over here through your armpit to really lengthen out the entire side of your rib cage. Come back to center. Take your left hand, place it on the outside of your right leg, and then cactus your right arm and open up for a twist. Draw your right shoulder blade back. Walk your gaze over to the right. Use your left hand here as leverage to pull into your leg and help twist your spine open. Come back through center and switch sides. This time, right hand on the outside of your leg. Cactus your left arm. Then draw your left shoulder blade back and twist your spine open. Come back to center and meet in tabletop, hands and knees. And then roll through a few rounds here of cat and cow. Move at your own speed. Follow your own breath. We're warming up our spine here, so you're welcome to take any movement that feels good. You can create a C shape with your spine by sending your shoulder back towards your hips. Feel free to give your head a shake, yes and no. Come back to center, take a neutral spine, then curl your toes under, meet in downward facing dog. Take any movement here that feels good to you. You can pedal out your heels, shake your hips from side to side, give your head a shake, yes and no. And as you begin to land here in your down dog, press your fingertips evenly down into the ground. Then press your hands away from you to lengthen your spine. Look forward towards the top of your mat. Tiptoe forward until you reach the top, and then take ragdoll. Bring opposite hand to opposite elbow. Tuck your chin slightly, and then press the top of your head down towards the ground. Release your bind. Take a halfway lift with your breath in. Bow forward, exhale. And do that again, halfway lift. Bow. Rise up, reach up. Bow forward, empty all of your air. Halfway lift. Bow. Rise up, come all the way up to standing. Stay here, cactus your arms. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and down along your back. Face the palms of your hands forward, and then press your elbows back. Take a breath in. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Listen, lift your right leg up off of your mat. Hug your knee up towards your chest. And then flex your lifted foot here so your toes are pulling back towards your shin. Take a breath in. Really slowly rotate your chest to the right. Take a breath. Crunch down, connect your left elbow to the outside of your lifted knee. So we're twisting your spine open here and working on balance. Keep a steady gaze at one focal point. Keep pressing your elbow into your knee to twist open. Take a breath. Breathe out. Place your foot down, reach up, breathe in. Cactus your arms. Now this time lift your left leg up. Hug your knee in and up towards your chest. Flex your foot. Really slowly this time, rotate your chest to the left. As you become steady, walk your gaze over to the left, then crunch in, connect your elbow down to the outside of your knee. Use your elbow here as leverage to twist your spine open. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Set your foot down, reach up, breathe in. Bow forward, empty all of your air. Halfway lift. Step back to high plank. Breathe in. Spread your fingers wide. Take a breath. Bend your knees, hover them an inch above your mat. Yeah, then keep your knees in a hover. Walk your feet a little closer to your hands so that your knees are underneath your hips. This is bear pose. Without moving your hands or feet, hug them towards each other to light up your belly. Take a breath here. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to high plank. Straighten your legs. Downward facing dog. Pull back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Press your chest back towards your legs. Lift your heels. Look forward. Push all of your breath out. Hop or step forward. Take a halfway lift. Bow empty. Rise up, reach up, come to standing. Stay here, cactus your arms. Now find that squeeze again of your shoulder blades together and down along your back. Lift your right leg up off of the ground, flex your foot. Twist, open to the right. Walk your gaze over to the right, and then crunch down. Connect your left elbow to the outside of your lifted knee. Yeah, use your elbow as leverage to press a little deeper into your twist. Draw your right shoulder blade back to open up your chest. Take a breath here to fill. Empty out. Set your foot down, reach up, breathe in. Cactus your arms. This time, lift your left leg up off of the ground, flex your foot, and really slowly turn your chest to the left. When you're steady, crunch in, connect your right elbow to the outside of your lifted knee. Take a breath here to fill. Twist a little deeper, draw your shoulder blade back. Inhale. Exhale. Set your foot down, reach up, breathe in. Bow forward, empty all the way out. Halfway lift. High plank. Right away here, breathe in. Bend your knees, hover them above your mat. Then walk your feet just a little closer again to your hands so that your knees are underneath your hips. Pull your hands and feet towards each other like you're trying to wrinkle the center of your mat. Breath in. Breathe out. Inhale. Send it away. Come back to high plank. Breathe in. This time, chaturanga, lower halfway. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Lift your heels. Look forward, push all of your breath out. Hop or step forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Bow. Rise up, reach all the way up. Sink to chair pose with your exhale. Now take a breath. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Look down at the ground. Lift your heels up off of your mat. Press them up towards the ceiling. Keep your gaze steady down at the ground. This will help with balance. And then sink your hips just a little bit lower. Take a breath here to fill. Press your heels high. Sit your hips lower. Press your heels up towards the ceiling. Big breath in. Set your heels back down. Rise all the way up, reach up, breathe in. Bow forward, empty out. Halfway lift. Chaturanga, high to low plank. Hug your elbows into your sides as you lower. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, take warrior one. Rise up with your breath in. Open up to warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Come back to warrior two. Reverse. Warrior two. Reverse. Warrior two. This time, biggest reverse. Stay low in your front knee. Take extended side angle. Bring your right hand down inside of your front foot and then reach your left hand up towards the ceiling. Use your bottom arm here as leverage to press your knee a little bit wider. And then light up through your top hand. Take a mini cactus arm in your top arm. Draw your shoulder blade back to open up your chest. Take a breath here. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in, listen. Take lizard, bring both hands down inside of your front foot. Squeeze your front knee in towards your upper arm here and spin your back heel up, come up onto tippy toes in your back foot. Take a breath in. Empty out. Inhale. Reach your right hand up for a twist. And then notice here, if your weight shifted back towards the back of your mat, that's completely natural, but shift your weight forward again so that your front knee is over top of your front ankle. Now draw your right shoulder blade back here to twist open. Take a breath in to fill. Here. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Fullest breath in. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, draw your chest forward. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, warrior one. Rise up, take a breath in. Open up to warrior two. Yeah. Reverse. Come back to warrior two. Reverse. Warrior two. Reverse. Warrior two. This time, biggest reverse. Extended side angle. Bring your hand down inside of your front foot and reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. Light up through your top fingertips. And then again, if your weight shifted towards the back of your mat here, just take a peek down at your front knee, stack it directly over top of your front ankle. Press your hip points forward slightly to open up your hips. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Biggest breath. Bring both hands down inside of your front foot. Take lizard. Spin your back heel up off of your mat. Squeeze your knee in towards your upper arm. Take a breath here. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Biggest breath. Reach your left hand up for a twist. And then again, notice if your weight shifted back, shift your weight forward again so that your knee is over top of your ankle. Keep a slight bend in your bottom arm. And then tuck your top shoulder blade behind you to open up your chest. Take a breath here. Empty out. In. Send it away. Fullest breath. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Let it go. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift your heels. Look forward, get all the way empty. Hop or step forward. Halfway lift. Bow. Rise up, reach up. Chair pose, bring your hands together in front of your heart. Look down at the ground at one single focal point. Lift your heels, press them up towards the ceiling. Yeah, now keep pressing your heels up and sink your hips just a little bit lower. Take a breath in to fill. Empty out. Inhale. Exhale. Breath here. Set your heels back down. Stand all the way up. Reach up. Get a breath in. Bow forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, take warrior one. Open up to warrior two, get really long. Reverse your warrior. Take half moon, press off of your back foot, and then bring your right hand down to the ground, to a block or to a water bottle. Reach your left hand up towards the ceiling, and then flex your lifted foot and pull your toes back towards your shin. Press out through your lifted heel, and then lift your foot just another inch. Take a breath here. Breathe out. In. Exhale. Biggest breath. Take standing splits, both hands down. Now keep your top foot flexed here, and then point your toes down towards the ground. Look about 6 inches in front of your foot, and then walk your hands a little closer back towards your foot, and play around with reaching with one hand or both hands to bind your ankle. Now, wherever you are, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Biggest breath. Feet together and bow. Halfway lift, draw your shoulder blades together. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. This time left side goes warrior one. Open up to warrior two, reach long through your fingertips. Reverse. Take half moon, press off of your back foot. Bring your left hand down to the ground, a block or your water bottle, and then flex your flying foot again. Press out through your top heel and lift your foot just another inch. You can either keep your gaze down or you can walk your gaze up towards the ceiling. Wherever you are, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Now, fullest breath in. Standing splits, both hands down. Flex your top foot, then point your toes down towards the ground. Look 6 inches in front of your foot, and then walk your hands a little closer back towards your ankle. And just like on the first side, play around with maybe grabbing with one hand or both hands to bind your ankle. Take a breath here to fill. Breathe out. Keep your gaze steady at one point on the ground. Empty your breath. Biggest breath in. Feet together and bow. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Keep a slight bend to your elbows. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Notice your rib cage expand. Press your chest back towards your legs. Lift your heels. Look forward, push all of your breath out. Hop or step forward. Halfway lift. Bow empty. Good. Rise up, reach up. Chair pose, hands together in front of your heart. Look down at the ground. Lift your heels, press them up towards the ceiling. Steady your gaze at one focal point on the ground, and then sit your hips as low as they'll go. Take a big breath here. Empty it out. Inhale. Press your heels high. Final breath. Set your heels back down. Rise all the way up. Get a big breath in. Bow forward, clear all of your air. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, take crescent lunge. So take a big wide step forward and then spin your back heel up. Rise up with your inhale. And everybody bring your hands down to your hips here as you're getting stable and strong in your crescent lunge. Find the bony part on the front side of your hips with your fingers, and then take your thumbs up to your low ribs. Manually draw your hip points up towards your low ribs so that your low belly is strong here. Take a slight bend in your back knee, tuck your tailbone underneath you. Take a breath in, reach your arms up. Sink a little deeper into your front knee. Inhale. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Take a big breath to fill. Crescent twist right. Hook your elbow onto the outside of your knee, and then use your bottom elbow as leverage to lift your chest and twist open. Press your palms together, and then bring your palms a little closer to your chest. Now press your palms together, lift your chest, and twist a little deeper. Take this breath in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to crescent lunge. Breathe in. Chaturanga. Exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. This time left side goes crescent lunge. Spin your back heel up and rise up with your in-breath. Stay here, keep breathing. And just like on the first side, from muscle memory this time, draw your hip points up towards your low ribs. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Take a breath in, reach both hands up. Bring them together in front of your heart. One big breath to fill. Twist left. Connect your elbow to the outside of your leg. And then use your elbow as leverage to lift your chest and twist a little bit deeper. Press your hands together. Draw your hands in a little closer to your chest. Then lift your chest again and twist your spine open. Take a breath here to fill. Empty out. Inhale. Exhale fully. Come back to crescent lunge. Breathe in. Chaturanga, long exhale all the way to the bottom of your chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Lift your heels. Look forward between your hands. Hop or step forward. Halfway lift. Bow. Rise all the way up, reach up. Sink to chair pose. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Now look down at the ground. Lift your heels. Listen, press your heels really high. We're going to add on here. Twist your chest over to the right. Hook your elbow onto the outside of your leg, but keep your heels lifted, and then sink your hips down as low as they'll go down to the ground. Yeah, disconnect your palms, then place them shoulder width distance away from each other, parallel to the side of your mat, and then connect your left elbow to the outside of your leg, bend your elbows, lean your weight into your hands. This is side crow. So the trick here in side crow is to really get that big twist before you connect your elbow to the outside of your leg, and then look forward a lot, just like in a regular crow. Really nice. Just one more moment here to play. And then come back to center, meet in a forward fold. Let your head and neck hang heavy for a moment. Maybe give your head a shake, yes and no. We're going to do that on the other side. So again, as we take it on the left side, really focus on getting a really big twist in your spine before you connect your elbow to the outside of your leg. All right, everybody, reach up, take a breath in. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Look down at the ground, chair pose with your hands together in front of your heart. And then look down at the ground. Lift your heels up. Sit your hips down as low as they'll go. So you're almost sitting all the way down to the ground already. Then twist to the left. Hook your elbow onto the outside of your leg. Disconnect your palms. Place them parallel to the side of your mat. Bend your elbows a lot. Look forward a lot. And then lean your weight into your hands for side crow. Really nice. Just a couple more moments here. If you've got the arm balance, you can work on straightening your legs. And if you're in side crow and you wanted to add on, you can bend your elbows even more, bring your cheek down to the ground, and then press your heels up towards the ceiling. which would be a fallen angel pose. All right, everybody, really nicely done. Release and then come together in a forward fold. Give your head and neck a little shake, yes and no. Together, take a halfway lift. Bow and empty. Come all the way up to standing with your breath in. Take standing figure 4. Connect your right ankle over top of your left leg, just above your left kneecap. And then bring your hands together in front of your heart. Sit your hips down and back until you notice a comfortable stretch on the outside of your right hip. You can bring your hands all the way down here to a block, or even all the way down to your mat if that feels comfortable in your hip. If your hands are all the way down onto the ground, you need a little bit of runway for this, so you might need to scooch back on your mat just a little. Walk your hands forward quite a bit. Bend your elbows, then hook your toes around your upper arm. Lean your weight into your hands, and then straighten your back leg. So this would be a flying pigeon. It's another arm balance, and the trick to this arm balance is that hugging in action. So really wrap your toes around your upper arm bone and squeeze everything in. Yeah, just one more moment here. And release, bow forward. Take a halfway lift together. Bow and empty. Come all the way up to standing with your breath in. Take standing figure 4. This time cross your left ankle over top of your right leg. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Press your hips back until you notice a stretch somewhere on the outside of your left hip. And then again, you can bring your hands down to a block here or all the way down to the ground. If your hands are all the way down, walk them forward about 12 to 18 inches in front of you on your mat. And then connect your knee into your upper arm and wrap your toes around your other upper arm bone. Bend your elbows, look forward a lot, hug everything in, and straighten your back leg. Just a couple more rounds of breath here. Keep sitting your hips back to deepen that stretch on the outside of your hip. Really nice. Biggest breath. Feet together and bow. Everybody take a halfway lift together. Bow forward, empty out. Do that again, halfway lift. Bow and empty. This time, halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward. Take warrior 1. Open up to warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Straighten your front leg. Take triangle. Bring your right hand down here either to your shin or to a block outside of your front foot. And then reach your left hand up to the ceiling. Begin to rotate your chest open by tucking your top shoulder blade back. Keep a slight bend in your front knee and then press your hip points forward. Take a breath here to fill. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Biggest breath. Chaturanga, empty all the way out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. This time left side goes warrior 1. Open up to warrior 2. Reverse, straighten your front leg. Take triangle. So bring your hand down to your shin or to a block outside of your front foot. Reach your top hand up. light up through your fingertips. Then find that mini cactus in your top arm and draw your shoulder blade behind you to open up your chest. Take a breath here to fill. Breathe out. In. Clear it away. Biggest breath. Chaturanga. Exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Lift your heels. Look forward between your hands. Listen. Hop or step all the way through. Come onto your back and set up for bridge or wheel. We're going to take 2 back bends today. So bridge or wheel, your choice. You're also always welcome to take a supported bridge. So I'm going to show you that one for this first round. A supported bridge, if you have a block with you, what you'll do is slide it underneath your hips. So together, take a breath in to fill. Empty all of your breath, then hold empty at the bottom. Bridges, wheels, rise up, breathe in. Stay here, breathe out. Everybody, squeeze your shoulder blades together underneath you. If you're in bridge pose, shimmy your shoulder blades even closer together underneath you, and then clasp your hands by your low back. Use your arms here, press them down into the ground to lift up and puff up through your chest. If you're in wheel, begin to straighten your arms and press your chest back. Together, take a breath in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Another full round. Stay here, empty out. Biggest breath. Release and come down. Stay set up for your final back bend this morning, bridge or wheel. Choose whichever one feels the most supportive in your low back and your spine. And again, you're welcome to take that supported bridge with the block underneath your hips. Together, get a breath in to set up. Empty all of your breath out, then hold empty at the bottom. Bridges, wheels, rise up, breathe in. Stay here, keep breathing. Now press down into your heels. Lift your hips another inch. Squeeze your legs together. Puff up through your chest. If you're in wheel, straighten your arms and then press your chest back. Together, take a breath to fill. Empty out. Another big breath in. Send it away. Fullest breath. Come down, take reclined butterfly. Bring the soles of your feet together. For this reclined butterfly, take your arms up overhead or cactus your arms if that feels good in your chest. Let go of any tight breath control here. And just notice the natural rising and falling of your belly with each inhale and exhale. Bring your legs together, then draw your knees in towards your chest. And make a few slow, lazy circles with your knees, clockwise, counterclockwise. We're looking for a little release here in your low back. Bring your hands behind your legs. Rock forward and back the length of your mat. Meet in downward facing dog. And when you reach your down dog, take any movement here that feels good to you. You can bend one knee at a time. Give your head a shake, yes and no. Lift your right leg up and back, then bring it forward and set up for half pigeon. If you have a block available to you today, slide it either underneath your hips or underneath your chest. And then bring your forehead all the way down to rest here, either into your hands, into your mat, or into a block. Walk your elbows nice and wide so that your chest has room to drop in. Press up to tall arms. Curl your back toes under, and then make your way back to downward facing dog. Take some movement here again in your down dog. We'll pedal out your heels. Give your head a little shake, yes and no. As you're ready, lift your left leg up and back, and then bring it forward for half pigeon on the other side. As you're getting set up on this side, scooch your back foot just an inch or two further back, and then press your front knee away from your back foot. Press up to tall arms. And then make your way into a seat on your mat. Press your heels out to the sides for a seated wide leg forward fold. So flex your feet and then scooch around a little bit. Make sure that your sit bones are really firmly grounded down here. Press out through your heels, and you can either stay tall in this posture or you can bow forward. As you bow, think of leading with your belly button. And then if you have a block available to you here, either rest your forehead down into a block, or you can stack your hands and rest your forehead down into your hands. Slowly make your way back up. And then connect your left foot to the inside of your right leg for seated tree. For this seated tree, bow forward, directly forward, instead of bowing over top of your right leg. It will give you a different stretching sensation in your hips and in your leg. Slowly come back up and then switch sides. This time extend your left leg long, then connect your right foot to the inside of your left leg for seated tree. And again, bow directly forward instead of bowing over top of your leg. And just notice how that feels in your hips and down the back side of your left leg. Take legs up the wall or any inversion of your choice. If you're by a wall, you can scooch over to the wall and then bring your hips really close to the wall before you send your feet up high. Slowly make your way back down. Set your block to the side if you were using one. And then hug your knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms up around your legs. Curl up into a tight ball. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders up off of your mat. Give yourself one final squeeze here with gratitude for all of your hard work. Shavasana. Stretch out long onto your mat. Take your arms and legs nice and wide. Take deep rest. I'll keep track of the time for us here, so allow yourself to drop in. Bring your attention back to your breath. Begin to deepen your inhales and your exhales just a little bit. Slowly make your way over onto your right side. Press up into a seat. Keep your eyes closed. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Take a deep breath into your belly. Exhale. Do that again. Inhale. Exhale fully. With gratitude for ourselves and for one another, we end our practice and share namaste.